If you're looking for professional day trading education and high level trade analysis and dissection, you've come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell. I've been a professional day trader for the past 11 years, and I'm here to give you exactly that high level professional day trading education, all here for free on YouTube and on X. And today we're going to have actually a couple of discussions. We're going to be talking about questions that get asked, and we're also going to be going and taking a deep dive into entries and what confirmation truly means and why you don't just blast away on these positions. Let's rock and roll. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to fire up these charts. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Remember, keep in mind the stock market is closed tomorrow for a holiday that we'll never understand why it's a holiday, but let's get into it. So now that we're into the charts, let's go over this trade. So first off on this trade, one and done type of trade. Both SPY or Qs would have worked absolutely beautifully. Ended up trading Qs, two trades actually, but really one overall trade that I'm working. Multiple levels on the daily chart that we could use, and both long or short worked extremely well, especially on Qs. Qs held up into risk on the short, and on the long held up into risk as well. So taking a look here, market opens up, it washes straight down into the previous close, as well as there's a bunch of support there. You're heavily protected in this trade. Executed the first trade, it pops up immediately. Premium was really nice on that, so locked in. And then simply as it actually, 1 sec, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so then you guys can see. So on this here, right at lows of this candle, when it pops up, pulls back right here, that's where my second entry was. Okay. I'm trying to get ahead of confirmation. Okay. It hasn't confirmed, but I'm trying to get ahead of it. Now, I started in small with that. I still have protection in this trade. So therefore, it is a valid trade. Now, as it washes lower, I'm watching. I'm not continuing to blast away on this. And I'm going to try and zoom in here on these entries so then you guys can see. Because this is what's really important right in here. And I'm actually going to zoom in more so on this chart so then you guys can really see. So when we're instead of trading, like first of all, I'm going to show how most people will average in and add into this. As you enter, it's still holding support. You start averaging and you're just starting to throw size at it all the way down. And by the time it bottoms out, you're probably most likely, most of you are going to be oversized. And this is why you end up stopping out right at lows. Or it comes down even a little bit further and you end up stopping out. I've seen it done 1,000 times. Actually, to be honest, literally more than 1,000 times. Remember, I've trained over 40,000, probably 45, 47,000 traders by this point. It's a lot. I've seen this. So with that said, what we want to be actually doing here, and let me get rid of this level or that mark. We notice that once it breaks this confirmation, we have a low, it gaps down slightly, lower low, gaps down slightly, lower low. Something changes here with this candle. Okay. Now, instead of gapping down and making a lower low, what did it do? It actually slightly up gap. Now, I'm only talking by a couple of pennies, but this is the focus that this takes. So once I saw that, that's the entry. That's the entry right there. Now, I haven't applied major pressure, meaning a lot of size there. I'm not going to do that. I need confirmation. Once it pops up, pulls back, holds yet again in combination with SPY holding its level, that's where I'm applying pressure. There's confirmation here. So this is where I'm getting my size in. So my initial entry is here. My other entries are here with size. My average is going to be in this area. So the second it pops up, I'm green. Okay. That's the advantage of focus and proper entries, because as soon as that trade comes in, you're green on it. And that's what you want. Most traders would have to wait until up here to just be green. Okay. So as soon as it pops through, I'm already, even when it tests this level, I'm green on the trade, right? And that's why you start seeing me strip this size out, size in, size out. Now you're going to see one entry there. And I did announce that as soon as I did it, it was a fat finger. It was meant to be a sell. I was trying to give a lesson at the same time and end up clicking buy. It was only 5 contracts because I was selling very small pieces at that time. So it didn't matter, didn't affect my average. And then simply all the way up. And the beautiful thing about this chart here today is every single move up. Let me get rid of all this. One sec. So on every single move up and even this little itty bitty pullback, I said it what it would do before it did it and where it would head to, where it would pull back to, including all the way up to here. This is what I call natural movement. That's the level of price action dissection that I can do for you. This is why it's really important to work with a coach that has been doing this for a long time. If you see traders out there that are running services that have only been around for a couple of years, you got to steer clear, man. I'm telling you, because the information they're going to give you, it's going to sound good. It's going to sound like it makes sense, but they simply haven't logged enough hours to understand what is actually going on these charts. And they'll love to disagree with me on that, but I can tell you, for someone that is a trader and has been down that road, I know, because the shit that I thought I knew years and years ago, I realize now I didn't know shit. Okay. And one of the things now that I want to switch gears kind of on that topic, there's questions that I get asked a lot. And a specific question came up yesterday about the wash sale rule. If you don't know what it is, please don't look it up. Don't bother with it. Okay. It doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant to what you do as a day trader. It doesn't matter. Just don't even bother with it. What I find a lot of traders do is they fill their heads with these little rules and these little laws in the tax code and this and that, or they watch a YouTube video or they hear somebody say this wash sale rule. It doesn't matter. The only way that the wash sale matters is if you are an investor managing a portfolio or you're a businessman and you are, they don't call it a wash sale rule, but it's very similar. You want certain, if you have multiple businesses, you operate a certain business at a loss and on a high profit year in order to offset your taxes on the high profits, your capital gains, you would sell that business for then a loss and it balances it out. So that's where that's where wash sale comes into play as a trader or an investor. What you need to focus on is getting your goddamn consistency first. Stop with this wash sale shit because all you're doing is you're coming up with almost like subconscious reasons or hurdles to not do this or to not do that. And I understand it's a genuine question. Don't get my words twisted here. It is a legitimate question. But the question I have for you is like, are you consistent? Like, are you making a more than enough money to where you're actually starting to claim your taxes and do this? And you're making so much money that you need to offset losses and claim your wash sale, like your losses, like don't bother with that stuff. As a day trader, you need to ask yourself, because the only time a wash sale comes into play is if you're trying to offset losses and you want a better tax return. And I even made a video, like a full-blown video where I go into detail on this, and it'll be released on Sunday because obviously I'm not going to go over everything right now on a recap, and I released a short, just a short. It was a 60-second clip, 40-second clip of that video. And he didn't even listen to it. He started asking more questions. It's like, stop, just stop, stop. I understand it is a valid question. And I'm really, I know it may seem like I'm being an asshole right now. I'm telling you, I'm not. This is coming. The reason why I'm I sound like this when I'm answering questions is because I want you guys to focus on the shit you need to actually focus on. I've seen so many traders do this. They focus on shit that is so irrelevant that it's irrelevant, period, right? Like, to worry about offsetting your losses and wanting to claim your losses, and you want to know a way to get around it. Well, long story short, there is no fucking way to get around it. And just claim the losses that you can. End of story. Like, if you want to claim losses, right? Then claim certain losses. And one of the things that struck me with his question is that that's why he doesn't trade just SPY or just Qs. He trades various different stocks. Well, you're not going to have the consistency that you would on trading and focusing and narrowing down your focus on a couple of stocks. You'll never understand these charts the way you should. Each and every stock in the stock market, thousands of them, each and every single one has their own, very own personality. Each and every stock trades slightly and subtly different than the next. You're never going to have the consistency rate that you should if you do that. Is it possible? Yes. Are you the 1% of people on the planet? I don't know. Maybe. Only you can answer that. But odds would dictate no. So why are you going after something? Why are you avoiding something because of a tax break? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you not wanting to narrow your focus so then you could have a better tax return. The fuck are you doing? Right? Like, in the video I talk about, it's like I'm teaching you how to cook a steak and you're worried about food spoilage. Right? Like, okay, yeah, it's food spoilage is a real thing. Here, the reason why I get frustrated with stuff like this, and I don't want people to get it mixed up. I enjoy getting questions, but when you listen to a response, like if you're asking somebody for advice, number one, ask the right person, right? Ask someone that actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. And if that person that knows what the fuck they're talking about actually gives you the time of day and responds to you and gives you a response, take it to the fucking bank, man. Like, listen to that response. Don't dismiss it. Don't ask more questions. Just take what he's saying and take it at that. That would be like me asking for advice. Very rarely do I ask anyone for advice. But when I do, whatever that person says, because I've already vetted this person, I know this is the type of person that I want to get this type of advice from. I do exactly what the fuck that person says. Why? Because I'm going to advise to people that have already traveled that road before. That's why I'm going to them for advice. Just like me, I've traveled this road before. I'm telling you, it is irrelevant. It is not necessary to fill your mind with it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Either you are a day trader or you are someone trying to skirt the tax code. Who gives a fuck? Stop trying to get a better tax return and just fucking trade and work on your consistency. That's what I'm trying to get at. So yes, this trade recap took a turn. God bless it. I hope people listen to this. I hope they understand what I'm talking about, man. Don't fill your head with this shit that doesn't matter. Work on getting your fucking consistency. Work on getting and actually acquiring a few mil in the market. And then you can maybe start asking these questions. Do you understand? Like, you're getting so far ahead of yourself and you're so concerned about something and you're wanting to write it off. Why? What are you going to save? How much money would you honestly save? How much money are you trading? How much money are you putting into these positions? How much money are these losses? Like, do you know what you would get off of, and I'm just guessing, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm just guessing off of the size of account that you're trading. It's just a guess. It's not enough to worry or care about. It isn't. Make a few million first. Bare bones minimum, a few million, and then you can start protecting your money. That's what I did. I'm not worried at the beginning of my trading career about trying to get a better tax return. I'm trying to fucking survive and not blow my fucking account up, right? That's what you should be doing. Work on getting consistency. Work on getting good. Work on trading to trade well. And then you can look to save money with the tax code. That's what I got for you. So if you want to learn how to actually come and do this, come to tricktrades.com. If not, continue on with the free stuff. It'll just take you forever to do it. And if you feel like you have all the time in the world, by all means, please continue with free education. Adios, folks.